Hey everyone, the Sdkeboost arrives as one of the more intriguing new attempts to bridge the gap between regular bicycles and affordable electric mobility. Rather than buying a full e-bike, many of which remain expensive despite the surge of budget models, the Sdkeboost promises a relatively inexpensive upgrade path. Its creators are currently seeking crowdfunding support, positioning the kit as a lightweight, easy-to-install system that can breathe new life into old bikes without requiring major mechanical changes. At its core, the Sdkeboost relies on a friction drive layout, a concept that has existed for years but has never fully dominated the conversion kit market. Instead of using a hub motor or mid-drive system, the unit applies power directly to the rear tire, essentially pressing a motorized roller against the wheel to generate forward motion. This simplicity makes the system lighter and easier to mount compared to more complex setups, but it also inherits the drawbacks of friction drive technology. Increased tire wear is the most notable concern, as continuous contact between the drive roller and the rubber naturally accelerates abrasion. Maintaining proper pressure and traction becomes important to prevent slippage, especially in wet or dusty conditions. The design also imposes limits on compatibility, because the device depends on a specific mounting position on the seat stay bridge. The bicycle must have two separate seat stay tubes with enough clearance above the tire. Bikes with V brakes, which extend beyond the wheel surface, cannot accommodate the Sdkeboost at all. This means many entry-level or older bicycles, the very ones riders might want to convert, are automatically excluded. Disc brake bikes, however, pose no issue and are the primary target for this kit. To help integrate the system cleanly, the Sdkeboost includes its own built-in mudguard once installed. From a performance standpoint, the kit adheres to EU regulations by capping motor-assisted speed at 25 kilometers per hour. While this aligns it with street-legal e-bikes, it may feel modest for riders used to US Class 2 or Class 3 speeds. The company also includes a cruise mode, though this feature may not be legal in every region. The motor is rated at 700 watts, an impressive figure for the weight, and the entire unit tips the scales at just 3.8 kilograms, keeping the bike nimble once converted. Official claims suggest a range of up to 80 kilometers on a charge, a number that will likely vary depending on terrain, rider weight, tire condition, and the accuracy of the traction between roller and wheel. As with any crowd-funded hardware, the Sdkeboost comes with a degree of uncertainty. Early pricing starts at $339, positioning it as a budget-friendly alternative to full electric bikes or premium conversion kits, and deliveries are estimated to begin in April 2026. Still, potential buyers should remain aware of the usual risks surrounding unproven batches, production delays, or changes between prototype and final units. The Sdkeboost is best viewed as an interesting, lightweight solution for disc brake bicycle owners who want an inexpensive assist system and understand the inherent limitations of friction drive technology. It is not the most universal kit on the market, nor the most polished, but its accessibility and low entry cost may appeal to riders who simply want a bit of extra boost without replacing their entire bike. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. Have a nice day, and God bless you.